unspoken truth. I want to speak from the heart. No BS, just truth. The kind that too many people are too fearful to say out aloud in today's society. In our modern pursuit of gender equality, we've made real progress. We've elevated women's voices, exposed injustices, and fought for fairness. And that's something worth recognising and acknowledging. But while we've amplified some voices, others have been completely ignored and silenced. I'm speaking for men and fathers who are suffering in silence. Overlooked by institutions, ignored by the media, and too often abandoned by the very system that claims to stand for equality. Every single week in Australia, 47 men take their own lives. That's not just a number, that's 47 men, many of them fathers who felt too hopeless to continue, so alienated and so alone that they saw no other way out. And if you look closer, you will see the patterns coercing men, fathers and boys. Fathers ripped away from their children by biased family court orders. Men destroyed by false allegations while the accusers face no accountability. Boys made to feel shame for wanting to be a strong man when they grow up. A system that hands lenient sentences to violent female offenders but throws the book at men without the same due process. This is not justice. It's not equality. It's ideological discrimination, written into policy and enforced by courts, governments and media narratives that have decided masculinity is a problem to be fixed, not embraced and understood for what it truly is, a protective man. Men are told to man up, to be strong, to stay silent. But how strong do you have to be when your trauma is laughed at, when your cries for help are met with contempt? This is why unspoken truth exists, to give a voice to the unheard and to say what others won't. Here's the truth. Men can also be victims of family and domestic violence. Fathers should have the same parental rights as mothers. False accusations destroy lives, and when they go unpunished, they aren't just unfair, they are criminal, and they encourage violent female perpetrators to reoffend. Here's another truth. True gender equality will never be achieved by vilifying men or ignoring their suffering. It won't be achieved through one-sided activism or by pretending that victimhood only belongs to one gender. True gender equality begins with mutual respect for men and for women. It's about recognising pain regardless of who feels it. It's about fairness, not favouritism, balance, not bias. This isn't a war between men and women. This is a call for unity, for compassion, for truth, and safeguarding our children's very futures. So here's my plea to the media and to our leaders and to the courts and to everyday Australians. See the men, hear the fathers, speak up for the boys growing up in a culture that tells them they are toxic and how they should feel. We need a system that supports all survivors. We need justice that's based on facts, not an ideology. We need to stop losing 47 men a week. Because justice isn't justice unless it serves us all. And equality isn't equality unless it's built on mutual respect. How many more good men, fathers and boys are going to feel like they have no other option in life but to check out early because we won't acknowledge their pain and hurt? How many good men, fathers and boys are going to need to be coerced into violent outbursts because nobody wants to listen to what they truly have to say? How is it fair that half the population in this country is allowed to suffer in silence without any political or legal recognition? At what point is this all not going to come at the demise of our family units? The family court does not operate in the child's best interest. Nothing that takes place in them four walls has anything to do with the child's best interest. As per the recent interview with Michael Jose, the true calling card of it is in the mother's best interest, because fathers are being extorted, derailed, destabilised and traumatised for life, and then told that what they have had done to them and their family is in the child's best interest. Why will men and fathers not stand side by side and call out this blatant bias that is targeting good men and dads everywhere? How can we continue to accept the destruction of our families and then hide behind the fact that, but I'm legally gagged, I can't say what I want to say? I wonder, should you ever get the opportunity ever again in life to see your alienated children, if that's going to hold up when they say, why didn't you fight for me? Why didn't you call out what was done? Are you then going to turn around and say, well, I was legally silenced, I wasn't allowed to say anything? Have we all been so socially castrated that we haven't got any balls left to stand up for future generations? I've had my family destroyed. That doesn't mean I'll stop having a go. On the contrary, that means I'm just winding up. But this can't be done by me alone. This can only be done in unification. I'm only one man. I'm only one alienated father. But I know there's hundreds and thousands of us in this country alone. There's over 1 million children in this country that no longer see their biological father. Where are we? Why have we not stood side by side and demanded our parental rights be reinstated? This can be done, but it can't be done alone. It can only be done in unity. I'm begging you, Australian men and fathers, find your balls, find your pride, find what makes us Australian, and stand united.